What's going on, everybody? Coach Chris here. 10-minute talk today. It's going to be a little bit different. Most of my calls are usually pretty educational, but today I'm going to do something a little bit different. Okay? And this is going to be something that you may not want to hear, but I think it's something that you need to hear. And I hope that you still get some value out of this. Today I want to talk about not overcomplicating the process. And I think this is something that I've certainly struggled with, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, but it's something I see people struggle with all the time. So I've been working out for 15 years myself. Okay, I started working out when I was 15. I'm 30, just so you guys have that math. And I've been in the wellness space for 10 years. Wellness meaning fitness and nutrition. And it's taken me a long time to realize that this is such an issue with people and such a thing conceptually that, again, I didn't even realize I was doing to myself. And very often we want to accomplish something, right? But we seek to overcomplicate that process, and that leads to us eventually giving up. So think about this for a second, right? How many times have you started something and not seen it through to the end? I'm definitely guilty of that, okay? And I'm sure many of you have done the same thing, and it doesn't mean that's just fitness or nutrition. That might be at work. That might be when you were in school. That might be a personal thing that you wanted to accomplish, a course you wanted to take. There's plenty of times where that could be relevant. And for me, I really wouldn't even be able to count on my fingers and toes how many times I've done that, okay? And I'll give you some examples. I used to do it in school. I used to do it all the time in school, to be honest with you, when I really reflect back on my time. And I'd have a great idea, and then I'd start working on it, usually early, but then I'd eventually let myself get distracted. I'd tell myself I need to find out X to do Y, and then get to Z, and then I would just turn it into a shit assignment, and I'd wait till the last minute, or I wouldn't do it at all. And that's frustrating to think about, because I do think I have good ideas on things, right? And if you have good ideas but you're not following through on them, they're not really that good then. And that's something that I, again, have struggled with a ton through my personal life and my career. So I'm going to give you another example, just so you guys can see this in a different light, okay? And again, I hope no one thinks I'm attacking them. I just want to bring light to this so we can simplify the thought process around our results and our goals. In my junior year of high school, I made the varsity basketball team. Awesome, right? Cool. And I loved basketball, right? I actually loved it more than any other sport that I played, and I worked my ass off at basketball from the age of 5 all the way until I was in high school. Now, my junior year, made varsity, and in the beginning of the season, I didn't play. I didn't play more than 5 minutes over the course of probably 4 or 5 games, and maybe some of you can relate to an experience like that. And that's not something I was used to. Okay, I was used to starting. I was used to getting playing time. And because I earned it, because I worked hard, but I hadn't really been faced with the adversity of not being able to get that time. Things weren't going the way I wanted. So I decided to make excuses and say that I wanted to focus on football instead, and I decided to quit. My junior year, I quit varsity basketball. Something that 50, 40, 100, doesn't matter, however many kids tried out would have killed to have got the spot on the team. And I decided to quit. The thing I loved most, I loved it more than football or any other sport, I decided to give up on myself. I threw away 12 years of hard work instead of saying that what I can do to leave, instead of saying that I have other options. Instead of saying I can work harder. Instead of saying I can do every fucking thing I can to give my coach no option but to give me time on that court. And that shit still eats at me now today. I'm getting fired up just talking about it and thinking about it because I fucking quit. I quit on myself. 12 fucking years and I quit on myself because I didn't get something to go my way. And it's not the last time that I quit on myself. But the takeaway is I tried to make that process more fucking complicated than it needed to be. I told myself all of these lies, all of these things to justify me quitting and giving up so that I'd feel better about it. And that's a bunch of bullshit. That's it. It's a bunch of bullshit. I convinced myself that that was the right thing to do. And I know that that's something that a lot of us struggle with over time. We convince ourselves that things are more complicated than they need to be so that we feel better. So we feel better about quitting. And I've seen it hundreds, if not thousands of times in my career with clients I've worked with, people I've seen at the gym. I worked at Equinox. I've worked a ton of places. I've been around the block. So when it comes to getting results in our fitness journey, it's the same fucking thing. Because let's be honest, I know plenty of you shouldn't eat some of the shit you eat. You should probably go to bed instead of watching that show. You should go to the gym instead of going to happy hour. You could put the fucking french fries down and eat some vegetables, right? Especially on the weekend. I know plenty of people goof off, we'll say, on the weekend when they know that that's not the right thing to do. And these aren't sophisticated thoughts, right? That's as basic as it gets. But I also understand that it's not easy to make choices in the moment because they're not satisfying in that moment. And we don't get results in that moment. And because we don't see those results, because we don't see where that's going to take us necessarily, we decide, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to have the fries. I'm going to get some pizza. I'm not going to work out today. And as we get more comfortable with letting ourselves have that thought process, as we start to look for that instant gratification, that dopamine hit, we start to lose sight of what we're trying to actually do. I actually told myself it felt good to quit. I told myself it was the right decision from basketball. And I felt relieved in that moment. But then I looked back and I was stressed the fuck out about that. I felt terrible. I felt like a quitter. And that negatively impacted my mindset on a lot of other things. And I let myself get comfortable quitting. And it can be, you can be quitting a job, you can be quitting in the moment on yourself, you can give up on yourself in the fucking challenge. It's all the same, right? The time frames might be different. There might be bigger levels to this and lower levels to it, but it's all the same. And it's creating a negative habit for yourself by giving yourself the comfort to say, you know what? It's okay. I'll do it. I'll go for the challenge again next year. I'll make the basketball team again next year if I want. Or whatever thing that we might tell ourselves. And I know it's not easy. I know that we can't see the results right away. I know some of us, maybe it's a month, 2 months, and we don't see any results. But we need to stay the course. We need to stay the course. People look at me and they think I was just born in shape. Or because I'm in this wellness space and I'm a trainer and a nutrition coach and all these other hats that I wear, that it's just fucking easy for me. Right? You probably think that about your coaches. We see these people on Instagram that are in great shape. It's easy for them. But that's not the case, right? You see success stories of people who have this wealth or this shape that you want to attain or whatever it is, and everyone's like, oh, well, they just got it. It was easy for them. But we don't see all the behind the scenes work of what they're doing. Some people now, we're documenting that on Instagram and YouTube and all this other stuff, but we may not see that. And I promise you, I have weaknesses. I have emotions. I have temptations all the time. I live with 2 roommates who love to go out and party. I'm single and I'm trying to date women and do different things. And I've had girlfriends that tempted me and even family that says, oh, just fuck this challenge and do this. No, you know what? Just come drink with us instead. I have it all the time. But I'm willing to sacrifice those things. I'm willing to work for balance so I can enjoy things. This isn't a conversation of me telling you not to go enjoy yourself. This is a conversation saying we need to find a balance, but we need to be fucking consistent. I'm lucky because I figured it out. I decided to cut the bullshit and do what I know I need to do every fucking day to earn what I have. It's taking me 13 to 14 years. This is the first year of my life where I'm truly consistently happy with how I look, with where my strength is. And I'm still not doing enough. And every day I have to decide to do that for myself. It's fucking easy for me to fall off the rails. It's easy for you to fall off the rails. We're much more likely to choose the path of least resistance, and that's fucking easy. That's the easy route for anything you're going to do. Because I'll be honest, anything that's worthwhile, it's not easy to get. I'm an ambitious dude. I want to be a fucking millionaire plus. That's not easy. I told myself I was going to be there already by the time I'm 30 because I'm a little naive. I'm a little crazy. But you know what? You got to be crazy sometimes to accomplish the things that you actually want to get. Because if you think I don't want French fries and Ben and Jerry's and fucking Reese's cups, you're crazy. Of course I do. But I know that I'm not going to have any return on my investment. My why, what I actually want to accomplish, is stronger than those moments of instant gratification. I decided to show myself I'm stronger than that. Because those are things that I can control. And we don't really get that luxury in too many other things in life, guys. There's only so many things that we can fucking control. I can't control if I'm going to get fired tomorrow or if my company's going to shut down. I can't control the fucking weather outside. I can't control what my roommates are going to be doing. There's only so much that we can control. We can control our fucking fitness, we can control our nutrition, and we can control our sleep. And we all know those are the three things that we focus on all the time. And with that said, the fourth thing, we can control our mindset. Just because something doesn't go your way doesn't mean you need to have a negative reaction. We need to create that environment. We need to set that stage. And the better we get at creating the habit of being positive, and you guys know I'm toxically positive, the easier that will become, but it takes reps. The better we can be about planning our shit out, holding ourselves accountable, the better it's going to go. I will guarantee not everyone here does every single fucking thing they tell us that they do. And I know that. I've catch people doing that all the time. I know there's some of you who do everything you need to do, and that's awesome. Keep fucking going. But I know there's plenty of you who, when we get to the weekend, when we get to the late night, when things feel hard, when you're stressed out, you're making the wrong decision. And again, I've been there. So this isn't me attacking you. So I hope you don't sit there and say, well, Chris is a fucking asshole today. And even if you do, that's okay. I'll take that today. I'll take you calling me an asshole today. Because I bet I put a little bit of a fire under your ass to move the fucking needle. If you're doing every single thing you need to do, you're being 90% better or more with your nutrition. You're exercising every fucking day. You're not half-assing it in the gym. You're pushing yourself in the gym. You're recording your weights. Well, then guess what? That's on the coaches then. And we're going to help you fucking figure that out. I'll tell you right now, I'll be straight up. I have clients who haven't moved the needle yet. Some of them, that's on me. Some of them, I know that we're not doing everything we need to do. But it's not hard. It's not complex. It's not easy. But all it takes is you deciding what the fuck you want to do. All these micro mistakes add up. They're gonna halt your progress. Especially as we get older, our bodies don't want to work as well for us. So we gotta work even fucking harder. So listen. Dedicate yourself to the process. Then blame us. Blame the coaches. If you dedicated yourself to the process, then you can fucking blame us. Okay? We want to see you win. I know you want to see you win. I know people in your life want to see you win. And you need to be the best version of yourself so that you can help other people win. Okay? If you're tracking your food every day, if you're exercising your fucking ass off, and then we're not moving the needle, well, then we're going to look at the macros a little bit more. We're going to talk about your hormones. We're going to talk about your stress. We're going to talk about your sleep. We will leave no stone unturned. I promise you that. But if you can't tell me that you're moving every fucking day and you're tracking every single fucking thing that you eat, I don't want to hear it. Neither is your other coach. And this is a two-way street. If I'm not checking in on what you're doing, then that's on me. Okay? So understand that this is not me attacking you. This is me talking to myself. This is me talking to you guys. This is me talking to the fucking coaches. We all have room to always get better. Okay? We are a team. We're a family. So if we want to get better, we're going to do it together. But you individually, me individually, need to decide what we are willing to do to get there. But stop complicating the fucking process. Because we know what we need to do. If you didn't have a coach, you still most of the time know what you need to do. All right? Again, I hope that this didn't seem too harsh or attacking, because it's not my intention by any means. I want to create a little motivation. I want to hold a little bit of accountability. If you need help with something, reach out to me, reach out to your coach, reach out to Kevin, Katie, whoever. Talk about it in the group. Because if you're struggling with something, someone else is too. Again, I hope that this created some value for you today. I promise next week I'll get back on some normal education. I'm fired up. I want to see every single one of you be successful. I want to help change the lives of every single fucking person who sees this video. So let's get up today. Let's fucking leave no stone unturned. Do every single thing you can. Eat your fucking vegetables. Eat some fruit. Track your protein. Hit your calories. Hit your goal. Drink your fucking water. Get your ass in bed. 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And get movement every day. That's why we're doing this challenge. You are all more than capable of this. And I promise you, once we figure that out, once we are consistent, and you're actually consistent, you're going to see progress. I fucking promise you. That's all I got today. It's a little longer than 10 minutes. I didn't realize I would even go this long. I figured it would be short today, but you know Chris likes to talk. I love you guys. I'm here for you. The whole Hidden Summit family's here for you. Let's go fucking get this done.